And every single day,
the more enemies we kill.
So we're spending trillions and trillions of dollars.
You know, people say, all right, this is your fault.
It's not your fault.
All I know is you're not selling anything.
The Fed's not done, and I'm going to tell you why.
Welcome back to Sean's show. Thank you for joining us. I'm very excited to be here. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I'm here, as always, with Josh Cabaza.
What's up?
Hello, Josh. How are you?
Does it do it? Hold on. Oh, yeah, you got this one. I forgot.
Oh, shit. Oh.
All right, you got the end of it. There
We
you go.
back.
Got it back.
See, you know, most podcasts, they use their voice to be funny. I just use sound effects.
That's the best way to do it.
Hey, hope you look good. Whatever, Thanksgiving, hope you didn't run into any protesters gluing themselves to the street. I know that that's very popular for kids these days. I always tell, if I had kids, I would tell my kids, Thanksgiving is not about protest. It's about love. It's about sharing, and it's about America and the founding of this country. And people forget that, you know? People forget that America is a place of wonder and beauty. And I think that it's become this thing that everyone criticizes. And I don't think that's okay. You know what I mean? Like Thanksgiving is fun. I grew up and Thanksgiving was about turkeys and pumpkin pie and I don't know, leaves, right? You know, throwing yourself onto the leaves. And now Thanksgiving is about genocide. It was never about genocide, but suddenly people are making it about genocide. No one died as far as I know.
Well, there's a few people.
I was taught that no one died. I was taught that we met the Native Americans. I still call them Indians. Is that okay?
No.
To call them Indians, or is that going to get me canceled?
You won't
Am I
be
gonna get
canceled. You won't be canceled, but
But what? But I'll lose.
They prefer to be called commanders.
Commanders. Yeah. And that's actually a Magic the Gathering stat that I'm very excited about. Commanders. No, I don't know. I didn't even go. You know, it was great. I didn't even go back home for Thanksgiving. I didn't even go back home. I got a little cough. Here's what happened. I caught a little cough, and I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm about to board the flight." I was in San Diego. I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm coming back to the Bay. Can't wait." And I coughed a little bit. And I was like, "Oh, by the way, I have a little cough. I don't think it's COVID. I'll be fine. I'll see you in a bit." And then I got a call. I go through security, right? And then I get a call from my dad, and my dad's like, "Don't come. We want you to rest." And I was like, "Well, how am I going to celebrate Thanksgiving is a celebration of spreading disease."
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, if I should go there and spread disease, that's the whole point, is that I go home and spread disease to my family.
Your dad called you and said, "Do not come to
Yeah.
Thanksgiving."
My own father called me and said, "You have a cough. I don't want to see you." He called me autistic. He bullied me. He called me autistic.
Wow.
He said I'm a loser.
Okay.
And he said I'm a pussy.
And then he said, "Happy Thanksgiving." After.
he said he never wants to see me again. That's what my own father said that. No, he was like, "Don't come home." And I get it, because my parents are like 69, 7. My parents were old, dude.
Oh, okay.
Dude, my mom had me. She was 39 years old. 39.
Uh-huh.
How fucked up is that?
Oh, shit.
It was a geriatric pregnancy.
We're gonna have a Sean.
Oh, what?
Our son, because I'm 38. My wife's about to be 38.
Oh, and you're gonna have a
baby. And,
wow.
Because all the other kids were in our 20s.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you have like, it's easier if you have like siblings to deal with, but like I'm an only child, dude.
Yeah.
I was the only kid, and my parents are basically the age of everyone else's grandparents. Like they're almost about to be in their 70s, and I'm like 27. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, dude. Like there's a whole fucking generation missing there.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what happens when you buy property, is it ruins your ability to want to have children. It ruins that desire. Yeah. You know, they got obsessed with just renovating their home. That's what they do. All they do is renovate their home. It's very sad.
So you're basically all set in your 40s.
Yeah. Yeah, when they, I mean, part of me is, you know, kind of like get with the picture. I want to up the production value, get it over with, get it over with.
That's when your second comedy career starts in your 40s.
Hey, you know, you guys should be rooting. Fuck, you guys. I'm just saying, the quality of the show will go up. I'm buying some Black Magic cameras. Mm-hmm. You think this looks nice? You think this looks nice? This is a dead grandpa studio. A dead dad studio? Oof. I'm going to put Alex Jones' studio to shame. You think Alex Jones is cool because he has a camera op and the cameras that go like this? Where they move?
He has big LED screens behind him, too.
He has a big LED screen.
Not that I watched the show, but you know what I mean.
It's okay. We watched the show. It's okay, Josh. We just say we watched the show together. If you haven't seen Kanye West on Alex Jones, you have to.
Yeah.
It is like it. Seeing, I know that happened a while ago, but seeing Kanye West on Alex Jones, it's like, it's a cocaine simulator. It's cocaine simulator. That's what it is. Seeing Kanye West like breathe into the mic on Alex Jones show, it's an incredible 3 hours of media. It's just an incredible.
And he always has, what is it called?
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, plausible deniability because
of his mental illness.
No, because he's wearing a mask.
Because he's wearing a mask the whole time.
You never know.
That's smart.
You'd be like, that wasn't even me.
He brings Yoo-hoo milk and a net, and Nick Fuentes is there.
Netanyahu.
He has like a little voice, like a Mickey Mouse voice.
Yeah,
that's what American culture has become. It's become our biggest. The allure of Nazism, desire, and the allure of Nazism.
Jesus.
I mean, for a guy like Kanye West, there isn't. Yeah. Is there not if you're a celebrity and you're that like head in the clouds, out of touch with society, you know, that's Nazis were wrong and their ideology is retarded. That being said. Mm-hmm. It's just funny that I could see a guy like Kanye being attracted to Nazism.
I think
is he just a contrarian? Like, what's the whole point?
I think he wanted to see how far he could push his followers and who would follow him still with like the Trump hat thing. He's like, let me see if I can make this cool. Yeah, like I want to see if I can pull this off.
That everything he touched turns to gold
most of the time.
Like the shoes. Mm-hmm. The music, he's got the Midas touch, you know, but he tried to touch Nazism and it turned to shit. I mean, that was too far.
That's what I'm saying.
That was too far.
He was like, I bet you I can do any of this. You know what I mean? I can make Trump cool. I can make Nazis cool. I can make all this shit cool.
Dude, I mean, people forget, like, dude, for a whole day, it was just trending on Twitter, this video of Kanye West saying, I like Hitler.
Yeah.
Alex Jones was like, well, Hitler wasn't a great guy. And Kanye West goes, I like Hitler.
Yeah.
And then Nick Fuentes going, yes, Kanye. What happened to Nick Fuentes?
I don't know.
He's just on Rumble. Nick Fuentes is just on Rumble talking to like incel psychos that look like me.
Who was the one that got arrested this week in UK? They're saying.
Was there a Nazi? Like a neo-Nazi?
Well, no, they call him a neo-Nazi. He says he's not, but
okay.
Yeah, he's still out there.
He's still out there? Can you look up Nick Fuentes Rumble? Is he like doing broadcasts?
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
I mean, he really doesn't have that many followers.
44,000 followers.
Well, I guess for Rumble, that is a lot of followers.
I mean, he's kind of like... What? See, the funny thing about Rumble is it like,
Whoa.
you know, what?
Irish Civil War. Conor McGregor leads mass riot against migrant killer.
Oh, that's right. Over in Ireland, there's like a civil war because it wasn't like there was some migrants that like stabbed. In Ireland, there were if you didn't know, there was some basically migrants that stabbed little children.
What?
And there's a big anti-immigration reaction going on in Ireland right now. And I just want to tell, like, my hey, all of Ireland is irrelevant and retarded.
Oh shit!
Right? Or am I crazy to say? Like, I'm Irish. I can say that. I'm a full Irish Catholic, and It's sad. Obviously, it's sad that children were stabbed, but like,
How many?
let's look at it. Let's take a look. Knife attack. Let's take a look at
Which one?
the Independent. Actually, yeah, the Independent's fine. No, I just gotta buy like subscriptions to all these news sources. Every fucking media wants you to pay now. It's crazy, dude.
It's all subscription.
Dublin riots, the latest. Stabbing suspect, quote, may have suffered permanent brain damage. That's very sad. Let's take a look here. The suspect in the Dublin nursery stabbing, which sparked violent riot.
Nursery stabbing?
Yeah, bro. That's sad. Extensive brain injuries. I mean, it's fucked up, dude.
So he went into where like newborns.
A nursery is where oh God. Like,
isn't it?
Like infants.
Yeah.
Oh God. Key points. Girl 5 critical as 32 charged over huge destruction riots.
Oh no, but that's not part of the stabbing part.
Yeah, that's I guess the reaction to the let's see if Reuters has anything else here.
Yeah, if that's what he did, I don't care if he has brain damage. He already had brain damage before.
No, I think the kid, let's see. 3 young children were among 5 people injured in a knife attack in Dublin on Thursday that sparked riots in the city center, and which police have not yet ruled out any motive over, including whether it could be terror related. I mean, why is this even making the news? That's like a Thursday night in Ireland. Aren't little kids stabbed every day in Ireland?
By other Irish kids, probably. You know what I mean?
Right. Whereas this is like it's news because a brown guy did it, right?
I don't know. I feel like there's more in here. Like,
let's take a look. Public.
It wasn't a nursery.
Why are they focusing on the? See, all the media is focusing on like the reaction to the stabbing.
Yeah, but yeah, because look at the reaction. Oh, so it wasn't a nursery.
It was not a nursery. It looks like a 5-year-old girl was receiving emergency treatment after sustaining serious injuries in the stabbing. So it seems like this is all. I'm absorbing this news real time, guys. By the way, I do no preparation for the show, which I will change, but. There was a complete and utter pandemonium, women wailing, men screaming and crying. Yeah, I mean, it's here we go. So there was basically a big reaction to this because the story apparently is that migrants were the cause.
Okay.
Of
a migrant person killed
the Irish
stabbed
kids.
Yeah.
And so from Reuters says this: net migration among Ireland's 5.3 million population rose to its second highest level since records began in the 12 months. So 100,000 Ukrainian refugees have arrived since Russia's invasion.
Wait, it's a Ukrainian refugee?
Apparently.
Yeah. You said brown.
Well, I was just
this white on white stabbing.
No, Ukrainians I count them as brown.
Nope.
They're not. They're the real Nazis.
I don't think you could say that. You're not supposed to say that.
No.
If you say that, you're a Nazi.
If I say the Ukrainians are brown, I'm a Nazi.
No, if you say Ukrainians are Nazis, you're a Nazi.
Oh yeah, true.
Stop believing your eyes.
Every force possible is being used by the police to restore order. This will not be tolerated. Let's see, because this is over Thanksgiving. Al Jazeera. Let's see what Al Jazeera says. Okay, finally, a summary.
3 children.
3 children were among 5 injured on Thursday in a knife attack outside of a school for a preschool, basically, or a primary school.
Mm-hmm.
It said a man in his 50s attacked a number of people shortly after 1:30 p.m. The man suspected of being behind the attacks was also injured. Police blamed far-right agitators for starting so there's a riot. Violent unrest broke out when 50 anti-immigrant protesters briefly broke through a police barrier. Some shouted, "Get them out," and one kicked the wing mirror off a police car. Vehicles were set alight and shops were looted. It sounds like a quiet day in Ireland.
Yeah.
This sounds like a quiet night in Ireland. You know what I mean? Like Irish people are just violent. You know what's crazy? Irish people might be the only people that are more violent than the immigrants to a country.
And
immigrants aren't even that violent.
I don't know. It just seems okay. So
How are you taking this story?
from what you've read to me, some kids got stabbed.
Right.
Then some angry people who were like part of that area, 50 of the men were like, what the fuck? Fuck these people. Get them out of here. They stabbed kids.
Yeah.
And it wasn't all of them. It was one particular person, Ukrainian person. And then they got called far right
Yeah.
for saying, get them out. You can't, it doesn't have the same ring to it when you're calling them far right when the immigrants they're protesting are the same race. Does that make sense? It doesn't have the same. You can't wrap the same storyline around it. You know what I mean?
Like they're like you're saying Ukraine. Like you're saying
When you think of
you're saying everyone in the situation's white.
it's poor on poor white people. When you think poor people, you think Irish. Poor white people, you think Irish people.
Yeah.
Or Ukrainian people.
Right.
It's poor on poor. So stop saying it's racism or it's like trying to paint it almost as racism by calling it right wing.
Right. Right.
Because the Ukraine, like you said, some might be not. That might be that's even farther right wing.
Yeah.
That's right wing. That's straight up fascism.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and not saying that. I would like to say that dude who stabbed the kids was probably a Nazi. I would like to say that. Just because if you're that insane, you probably have some insane political views too.
Right. Yeah. Right. So that's that. I think that's a great point, Josh. This is poor on poor crime, and I'm not even really concerned with it.
Yeah.
I mean, more.
Yeah.
I want to see more bloodshed.
Jeez.
Not really.
Yeah. It's like how can it doesn't make any sense. It's like something bad's happening in Houston, so those people move to San Antonio, and then the one of the Houston people stabs the San Antonio kids, and then 50 San Antonio people riot, and they're like, these far right San Antonians, and it's like, what? No,
it's like it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't fly.
I mean, I think in like
maybe that was a bad example, but you know what I mean.
No, I get it. I mean, it's immigration's a tough issue. I mean, you know, it's truly one of these issues where I'm like, it makes you rethink, like, you know, why do we even have countries? Because of cultural, racial differences? You know, it's like, why can't we all live harmoniously? You know what I mean? Why?
I've heard that John Lennon song too.
Imagine there's no country. I always go back to the song because it's like, if there were no countries, there'd be no such thing as immigration.
Right. There should be a one world government.
There should be one world. There should be zero governments.
One world government, one world religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atheism.
Humanism is actually the one they're pushing.
Humanism?
Yeah.
Which is where we all eat crickets and say, yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
There you go.
I'm just saying, like, it's just a fucked up world, man, because it's like the only way to ascend beyond getting like fucked by violence and crime and is to be wealthy.
Isn't the only reason to have countries is because you're isolating the crazy, like, okay, for example, North Korea, right? It sucks that the people are basically trapped there and enslaved, right?
Right.
But you have their leader, and it's like, you know what? We're just gonna just stay here. Don't move. Just stay in this one area. We'll give you this amount of land. You fucking stay here. You know what I mean? Just like Cuba. Hey, Castro, you just stay here on this island. Don't move. It's almost like not little, but the country is like a prison for the leader and the people that he takes with him, or the people that live there.
Yeah. It's an open air prison like in Gaza.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's
and then the other ones that are supposed to be free are ran by corporations.
And I mean, you know, I've often thought of, you know, gluing myself to the road. Did you see that story There was a bunch of like pro-Palestine protesters
At the
Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
And
They were trying to pull him up, and he was like, "Ah!"
and they did it in front of like the Grimace McDonald's float. They're like gluing themselves to the road.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just said they were ripping them
that
off.
one guy, they tried to pick him up real quick.
They use like Gorilla Glue
Yeah.
to put him on the sidewalk, and they're like ripping his hands off, and he's like, my flesh.
Yeah, that's what happens, dummy.
They could have degloved him.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have been their fault.
I don't know. It's protest. It's like, I often think of Malcolm X. I think Malcolm X said it best when he said that white and black people should be separated. Fair? No, I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Malcolm X said it best when he said that when you work with a government to create a venue and a time and a schedule for a protest,
It's not a protest.
it's not a protest.
An assembly.
It's an assembly. It's a way to basically satiate the rage that a group of people has.
Mm-hmm.
So protest by its very nature is supposed to disrupt. It's supposed to make people angry, and it's supposed to disrupt everyone's good time. They're actually. I want to talk about this, Josh. I've noticed that there's a lot of like rhetoric against protest these days.
So what's the difference between a protest and, let's say,
like performative activism?
well, okay.
Or what? Go ahead.
Almost like I don't want to say terrorist attack, but you know what I mean? That's almost in the same sense you're trying to disturb. I guess what makes the difference is one is you're hurting people, the other one you're just inconveniencing them.
Right, and it's actually it's a very extreme form of protest is terrorism. It's
No, I think that the division is when you hurt other people, then it's just terrorism.
well, I mean, there's probably something in the middle where like you look at people that are like,
Yeah, the guy who lit himself on fire, the monk.
right, monk. That's like protest. Like that's an example of protest. You're not hurting other people.
Yeah, hurting
Like,
yourself, but that's not. Yeah, it's not terrorism.
Yeah, it's martyrdom.
Yeah,
you
there
know.
you go. So it protest, martyrdom, terrorism.
Well, and something like 9/11, that was clearly protest.
Oh my God! Shut up.
It was.
Yeah.
You look at Osama bin Laden's letter to America.
Yeah.
I had a nice chance to read that letter.
You read it.
It's a nice letter.
Okay.
I found it. I found it on the street. I
Yeah.
found the wind was blowing, and
It was right under the
it
tower.
was just no, it was in Austin. I was downtown. A man approached me in a suit, and he said, "I'd like you to read this." And it was
Yeah.
Osama bin Laden's letter to America. It actually was very interesting. Very interesting. If you don't know, if you weren't listening last week, we did cover that. A lot of Gen Z is reading Osama bin Laden's letter to America.
What did it say?
Basically, it was about how Jared from Subway's innocent.
Shut the fuck up.
It was Osama bin Laden going, Jared, you are American hero. Jared, you are American hero. And if America, when did Jared get convicted? After 9/11, right?
Yeah, after
Yeah,
9/11.
yeah, way
but
after 9/11.
I think before Osama bin Laden died.
It was also the letter to America was basically like, Friends was the greatest show in history of sitcom. I can't do accents.
No.
That was Russian.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe the rest of the episode is just me working on accents so I can actually be funny. Because this is not going to work if I can't do an Islamic accent.
No.
How do you do a Muslim accent? My friend.
Hold on.
My friend.
You can do
Hello, my friend.
no more like oh my God. No.
I'm just trying. I'm experimenting. I'm
Yeah,
not racist.
I can do these.
That's so trippy.
We're back. We're back with voices. 9/11. How do you do a Muslim accent? Is this fucked up?
What?
How do you do a accent of
Another person from another
Iraqi, like an Iraqi person? How do I do the voice of an Iraqi person?
I don't know. Just try your best.
Okay.
Go.
We bomb tomorrow. That's kind of it, right?
It's almost French.
We meet the fuck. Or no, just like Come to my store, my friend. Come to my store. Come to my store. There we go. Come to my store.
Definitely.
Come to my store and buy my wares. Buy my wares. Buy my wares, my friend. Buy my wares at the store, my friend. Hello, my friend.
That's better, a little better. But
9/11 was a good thing, my friend.
Okay.
Very good.
I don't know where you're from. I just know you're not from here.
Very good, my friend.
Yeah,
That's kind of
you keep saying my friend. That's why.
Hello, my friend.
Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't bring this up yet. But go ahead. I just thought of it. Right
Okay.
now.
Where are we talking? Okay. What are we talking about?
I know what to bring up though.
What is it?
It just happened.
What?
Charlie Munger.
Oh, Charlie Munger is dead.
Yep.
99.
Yep.
Can we do a little air horn on that? Woo! He's dead.
Oh my God.
Charlie Munger, more like Charlie Hunger. I'm hungry for more death. When is Warren Buffett finally going to kick the bucket?
Warren Buffett's like 10 years younger than him.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Charlie Munger was 99.
Yeah, he almost made it to 100. Mm-hmm. He was. If you don't know Charlie Munger, Berkshire Hathaway was basically the co-founder of Berkshire Hathaway, and helped Warren Buffett on his mission to.
It was Warren Buffett's mentor, right?
I think so. Well, they were like basically business partners.
Yeah.
For Berkshire Hathaway, and he kicked the bucket. Did he ever retire?
Not if
He's just like always on the board of the. This literally is like breaking news. Like it happened right before we hit record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charlie Munger. Let's do a little a memorial for him, shall we? He looks dead. He looks dead in that. Does he not look like he's already dead in that photo?
Yeah.
I mean, could you go to his Wikipedia page? Let's do a little maybe we could do a little tribute, like a song. That'd be kind of fun, like a song to tribute to Charlie, to like dedicate. How about we dedicate this episode to Charlie Munger?
There we go.
Let's see here. I mean, what a guy. Charlie Munger, 1924 he was born.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And he almost made it 100 years. Charlie Munger was an American businessman, investor, and warmonger. He was the vice.
I was reading it when he was like, "What?"
He was the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, the conglomerate controlled by Warren Buffett. Buffett described Munger as his closest partner and gay lover. Charlie Munger and Berkshire and Warren Buffett had crazy sex orgies where they bounced on each other's cocks on piles of blood money. Interesting. No, he was also the chairman of the Daily Journal Corporate, blah, blah, blah. He's the chairman of blah, 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 a bunch of companies. Good for him. He dropped out of college to join the army.
Hold up. He married two Nancys?
Two different women, both named Nancy.
Is it the same Nancy? Scroll down. Nancy Jean and then Nancy Barry. Scroll back up. Right there to the right. Spouses. Nancy Jean Huggins. Nancy, he had a thing for Nancy's, I guess. Yeah.
Damn. They he divorced the first Nancy after 8 years, and then married the second one, 1956. He was a second lieutenant in World War II.
In the Air Force.
You know, it's I don't know. I mean, it's really you know, every like powerful white guy their whole like story is like they join a law firm, they do a law degree, then they do their military service. You know what's annoying? Most people they join the military, they don't even see combat.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole joke about it, but it's like only 1 in 10 veterans ever see combat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, why are we gonna pretend like they all went overseas and like killed people?
I don't know. I think that's a losing battle you're fighting.
Against veterans?
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate it when I shit on veterans.
Yeah.
And that makes me want to triple down on the hatred.
Yeah.
Because it's really not that cool. I do love this country and I do respect veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're listening and you're a veteran, you know, did you kill anyone?
Well, you have to kill somebody? Is that
no, I'm just like asking.
Oh.
You know, it's like you're not supposed to ask if
Yeah.
veterans ever kill anyone. That's like my first question, veterans. They're like, I served. I'm like, did you murder anyone?
Did you murder
Did you murder a
children?
kid? Did you kill a kid? The only reason to join the military is for 0 down on your house.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Honestly, I want to join. There's a lot of benefits to being a veteran. You get to kill kids with impunity.
Jesus.
Number 2, you get 0 down on your first house.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, 10% off at Denny's for life.
Education.
More importantly, the Denny's though.
Yeah.
Education is like number 10. It goes killing kids, 0 down on your first house, 10%
Actually,
off Denny's.
You can get 10% off Denny's.
I can.
Anybody can. Nobody's asking like, hey, let me verify.
They don't card you,
No.
but that's stolen valor.
Yeah. I just said anybody can do it. I'm not saying you could do it. I'm just saying anybody could do
Josh,
it.
do you know firsthand?
No, it's just I've been asked like for some reason.
Are you a veteran?
Yeah, are you a veteran? People assume,
That's racist.
And I'm just like, no. They're like, well, you look disheveled. So
No, they look at. Let's be honest, your race.
yeah.
Well, it's sad. Well, and that's the
Obviously.
thing is like when I shit on veterans, it's not popular because a lot of veterans are when people join the army because they're poor and they have no choice,
Yeah.
and it's fucked up.
Well, they have choices, but you know.
Well, it's like join the army or like actually work hard, and that's the choice that a lot of. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Charlie Munger was a critic of cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, he hated Bitcoin.
Charlie Munger called Bitcoin a noxious
I
poison.
thought he called it rat poison.
Maybe he called it rat poison. But either way, Munger was critical of cryptocurrencies, referring to Bitcoin in particular as a, quote, noxious poison. Hey, Charlie, you know what else is a noxious poison? Your fucking face. Seeing your face caused me great anger and suffering. Look at this guy's face. Can we get his face? Where's his face at?
Right there. That's 2010.
Yeah, can you cut to his face? This guy called Bitcoin a noxious poison because he slurped up the propaganda of American patriotism. This pussy loved America.
But you got to think, noxious poison to whom? To the elite or to the people?
It's a noxious poison to him because it threatens
Yeah.
his notions of what property and wealth
There
are.
you go. Yeah. So he wasn't,
that's why he
wasn't
doesn't like
lying.
it.
Yeah, it's rat poison. And he's right because he's telling BlackRock, listen, don't create an ETF. Don't buy this shit. It's a Trojan horse. And when you do, what you're going to have to do is continue being a slave to this.
Right.
And it's going to keep you honest because you're not going to be able to use your crony buddies to keep printing as much money as you want.
Right. Yes, and that's the thing. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, and everyone else in the in the asset management industry, they are all beneficiaries of socialism for the rich.
Yeah.
Quantitative money printing, quantitative easing. These are things we talk about all the time. These things enable.
Have you seen the Fed's book right now?
No.
It's like negative $100 trillion. It's never been like that before.
Like, their
Their
balance sheet?
Yeah.
Or like, that's crazy. Oh, they're like underwater?
Yeah, like negative 100 trillion.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. I kind of want to just real quick see before we look. I want to explore this further. Charlie Munger goes on Bitcoin. Munger, and this is a guy that was born in 1924.
Mm-hmm.
He was born when the races were separated.
Jeez.
He was a racist, right? Probably. We don't know. I don't want to overly judge this guy.
Yeah.
He did do a lot for America. He made a lot of people rich.
Oh.
But he was born in 1924, bro. He saw two world wars, the Vietnam War, and he profited from all of them.
Oh, I don't think
As an
he started,
investor.
I don't think he started making money until after World War II.
Oh, because yeah, that's true. Munger also compared Robinhood to gambling, saying that its success is, quote, due to, quote, people who know how to take advantage essentially of the gambling instincts of the American public.
Bullshit. It's because we can see what you're shorting, and then we got together and fucking fucked you over.
This is so crazy. Charlie Munger also said the use of cryptocurrency should be banned and said it was, quote, beneath contempt, and that Bitcoin was stupid, immoral, and disgusting, and that, quote, it's like somebody else is trading turds and you decide, quote, I can't be left out, and that it was like a venereal disease, among other things. Hey, Charlie Munger.
He was really upset about it.
Can you cut to his face? Your face is a venereal disease. Your face looks like chlamydia. Jeez. I should call you Chlamydia Munger. Charlie Chlamydia Munger. That's what I'm going to call you. That's what should be on your gravestone. This guy hates Bitcoin because it threatens his entire idea of what property is. He can't imagine. He is a 20th century mindset, which is that wealth is only wealth when it's defended by a military, which has been the case for all of human history. Property only means something if it's defended by a military, you know? But Bitcoin threatens that entire ideology, right?
Because it becomes decentralized. It takes the power away.
It like you said, which I do agree. I think it does disincentivize war because it makes governments actually have to spend money to go to war.
It puts everybody back on a gold standard.
And what this piece of shit loves is war. Charlie Munger. You know, he loves Charlie Munger.
Does he?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, he's the co-founder of Berkshire Hathaway, bro.
Yeah, but did Berkshire Hathaway? It's not like Northwood Grumman or anything like that.
They definitely own. And it's full disclosure. I own Palantir. I don't want to be a hypocrite, but Palantir is doing. They don't kill people. They just spy on them.
Oh, okay.
It's different.
And actually, Warren Buffett owns the biggest crypto exchange in Brazil, so it's not like.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
right.
They don't hate it. I don't think it's just you have to.
He wants other people to hate it.
Yeah,
because they want to get in on it.
Yeah, it's just like Jamie Dimon saying, "There's like none of my guys will ever sell this," and it's like, but they are.
Yeah, you have like a whole trading desk for crypto.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're like, this is so stupid. Yeah. Buy some more Bitcoin.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing. It's retarded. Well, what else can we say about Charlie? I mean, wealth and philanthropy. Charlie Munger had an estimated net worth of $2.7 billion. Also, the thing is, Charlie Munger's only worth $2.7 billion. You're the co-founder of Berkshire Hathaway, basically, or whatever.
But that's not including all the different.
He gave away, and he gave away a bunch of it too. So he's benefactors of Stanford University, architectural efforts. I mean, whatever, dude. Whoa, look at this. In his 50s, after a failed eye cataract surgery that rendered his left eye blind, Munger had his left eye removed due to severe pain.
That's what was wrong with it.
When doctors told him that he had developed a condition that may cause his remaining eye to fill up with blood and become blind too, Munger started taking Braille lessons. The eye condition eventually receded, and he kept his eyesight in his right eye for the rest of his life. Wow.
I always wondered what was wrong with his eye.
Because one of his eyes does look fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Was it glass eye, I guess?
I guess so.
Old glassy-eyed Munger.
Old glass eye. That's what people call him. They go, you know why he can invest so well is because he sees through the bullshit with his eyes, with his glass eye. He
wanted to put the oracle in his eye.
Yeah, well, Warren Buffett was the Oracle of Omaha.
Why didn't he go against WorldCoin or any of that shit? Like he went against fucking Bitcoin.
Because he probably owned half of WorldCoin.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
I mean, it's yeah, but anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this asshole.
What is the thing? Scroll down.
Which one are you looking at?
What did he leave his money to? Scroll down.
Oh, his philanthropy?
Up. Right there. Cavil Institute.
Theoretical physics. The Kavli Institute for Theoretical... Munger announced he would donate $65 million to the Kavli Institute for Theoretical Physics at UC Santa Barbara. Interesting. This is the largest gift in the history of the school.
And then gave another $200 million to the school.
You know what's so funny? Munger gives all this money to UC Santa Barbara. Have you been to Santa Barbara?
No.
It's just a bunch of white frat bros doing coke. It's crazy. That's what it is.
Oh,
Like Isla Vista. Have you been to Isla Vista, California?
no.
I went to. There's this Halloween party that they do at UC Santa Barbara every year, and it's like a riot. Literally, it's just a bunch of white kids running around in costumes rioting, and that's where Charlie Munger put his money.
Did he go to school there?
No, he probably just. Well, that's where everyone like that's actually really rich lives in Santa Barbara.
Oh, okay.
Like all the celebrities live there. Ellen lives there. Oprah.
Santa Barbara's in L.A.
North of LA, yeah.
North of L.A.
2 hours north of LA. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Really gorgeous. But Charlie Munger donated some money to a physics lab. Interesting. I bet you he donated that money because he wanted to live forever. He's like, can you
bring me back?
Can you download my brain onto the consciousness, onto a computer? I want to live forever.
That's all right here because of Charlie Munger.
It's I don't know. I don't even know how effective philanthropy really is. You know, it's like all these guys, they spend their whole lives getting super rich, and then they donate it all at the end of their lives to like these academic institutions.
Yeah, because their family's not gonna.
And it's like, I don't know. Santa Barbara is fucking gorgeous, by the way. It's a stunningly beautiful city. But anyway, that's enough on Charlie. I'm bored with him. I don't want to give him too much of our fucking airtime. This is something I do want to talk about. So Google, here's how you know American capitalism doesn't work.
Okay.
Google has
Don't be evil. Yeah.
is the internet company that makes a search engine. People need to wake up to how fucking insane American capitalism has become. Google is predominantly a search engine. It's a company that develops and innovates a search engine on the internet. And guess what? How does that company have a geothermal electricity project? Is that not like a bastardization of capitalism? That the same company thinks they can develop a search engine for the internet and also work on a geothermal electricity plant. Those things have nothing to do with each other.
So GE has a bunch of different
Business units?
Yeah.
That's true, but like at least they're partially related. And even that fucks me up. It's like if capitalism really we Joe Biden needs to do something and break up Google and Amazon. He needs to break up these companies. It's really but he's like focusing on Ticketmaster, bro. Have you seen that news story?
Yeah.
Joe Biden, instead of trying to break up Google and Amazon because they're clearly fucking monopolies that use their scale to push out competitors, which should not happen in a normal free market, he's focusing on Ticketmaster because he's fucking has Alzheimer's. I don't know why. It's low-hanging fruit, maybe. It's insane.
But I mean, I'm sure these companies just do these types of things because they have people go and research what could be profitable or what grants are being given out, or you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
like there's people who own property and are in real estate, not because they like real estate, but because they have to buy properties. If not, they're going to end up paying that money in taxes. So they might as well just buy houses or land or something like that. So
right.
They're not real estate people. It just happens that they have. So the same way that Google's like, well, you know, with these ESG and all this shit, let me get something that I can write off and tell you, oh, it actually created this much negative
carbon emissions.
Yeah. I mean, there's another one that just came out. They built what was it? Like a 3 billion or 30 billion carbon capture plant.
I saw that.
And they're people like, you know, you could have just planted trees, right? Just plant fucking trees, you idiot.
Yeah, and they certainly spent a bunch of carbon transporting all the fucking materials to the like how much carbon are they already in the hole?
Yeah, exactly.
And people pretend like they give a fuck about carbon.
But trees
carbon
have dirt,
output.
and that's dirty.
Yeah, no, it's like, and also like, yeah, they're like, yeah, let's get a bunch of diesel trucks and transport a bunch of aluminum and steel and oil and dig holes,
Get 1,000 people, get them shovels,
create a whole new town,
put some seeds, put it in the ground.
move a bunch of fat loser engineers to a new town to run this carbon capture plant.
Yeah.
One of these fucking engineers that works at this carbon capture plant, he's going to produce more carbon eating at Arby's every day. Yeah. He's going to go to Arby's and throw out the wrappers and ruin the whole fucking operation. That's what's going to happen at the carbon capture plant. You know what the best carbon capture plant would be? You get a bunch of people and you gas them.
Jesus.
Of every race and religion.
That'd be fucking crazy. Leonardo DiCaprio comes out. Yes, I have a jet, but I killed 8 people on my way here. Good for you.
Yeah. Like all these rich people. You know, the best way to capture carbon and reduce your carbon footprint is to execute people. It's kill people. I love reducing my carbon output. What I do is I find a bunch of people and I kill them and I put them in a hole and their bodies return to the earth and they are how do you say that word? Decomposing.
Yeah.
And they don't produce any more carbon because their flesh isn't moving anymore. And that's how I fuel my jet. And I make sure to save their blood so that I can live forever. Google is starting a new project. It's a geothermal electricity plant that could be a, quote, milestone for clean energy. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's see here. An advanced geothermal project has begun pumping carbon-free electricity onto the Nevada grid to power Google data centers. Okay. Getting electrons onto the grid for the first time is a milestone many new energy companies never reach, said Tim Latimer, CEO and co-founder of Google's geothermal partner in the project, Fervo Energy. So they are contracting with another company. Here's a quote from the CEO. I think it will be big and will continue to vault geothermal into a lot more prominence than it has been. Rig operators, dude, you know what this reminds me of? Have you seen There Will Be Blood?
Yeah.
Dude, this is like they're like drilling into the earth. I want to see like a There Will Be Blood reboot, but it's like a Google plant. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's like the founder of like this this energy company, and he's like an Asian dude probably.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
Don't do the Asian. You didn't do it. I don't know what that was, but don't do this. I'm trying to save you here.
I know.
So
I actually need a career.
When you pump out thermal, whatever, geothermal, and what is it pumping out? I don't understand.
It's thermal. It's natural gas.
Oh, okay.
Geothermal, I'm pretty sure it's natural gas.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Rig operators connects a drill that will plunge underground to access reservoirs of heat. Or no, I think nat gas is different from geothermal.
Yeah.
A rig operator applies mud to lubricate drills. So there's like heat reservoirs underground that I guess you can pump the heat out and then the heat powers like turbines or some shit, which creates... I'm not going to pretend to know how it works, but the International Energy Agency, Soros-backed, I'm kidding, not probably, has long projected geothermal could be a serious solution to climate change. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, just build nuclear. Can we just build power plants? Nuclear is the way to go.
Mm-mm.
You don't agree?
No, I'm saying you can't. You're not allowed to.
Right. Exactly. If you just build small nuclear power plants, it's an unbelievable source of energy that we have at our fingertips. I'm doing an impression of a politician. Guess which one? Nuclear energy is the most effective form of energy.
I have no idea.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, okay.
I'm am I too autistic to do comedy? I really think I'm not good at this. I should quit.
I was like, who the fuck are you doing?
He doesn't even really talk about... Vivek doesn't even really do energy stuff. That's why it didn't make sense. But... Well, no, here's the whole funny thing, is it's like Google and all these tech companies, they try to take credit for... They say things like decarbonization. You know how much carbon a data center produces? A fuckload of carbon.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to get ahead of all the criticism that they're going to get. Because like, I mean, all of the carbon that it takes so much energy to run these data centers, and so they're trying to invest into like these other forms of energy, and it's like, you guys are the ones that are creating all the fucking carbon.
Isn't wind energy also carbon-free energy, and solar carbon-free energy, and
Pretty much, yeah.
It's all carbon-free energy. So,
but okay, so I guess Google is they're contracting with another company to like get geothermal off the ground. I just really, it just pisses me off that like,
you know which one what I thought was cool was you ever seen the one with they put these whatever buckets or whatever in the ocean, and then from them swinging back and forth it generates energy.
Oh yeah, I have seen those.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that one looks dope.
Oh, like what is it, like wave capture?
Yeah,
something shit like that.
Yeah,
like it's uses like the power of the waves to like create electricity. It's pretty cool shit. That's like I was just in San Diego. That's kind of some surfer shit. We use the power of the waves, man.
Or what if there was like there's so many people who take cycling classes and these cardio classes. It's just wasted cardio, and we're fat. So what if it was just like, hey, come do this cycling class, and it's free, and then at the end of the year you can do a tax write-off for how much carbon you help take out from all your pedaling. You know what I mean? And it's like you pedaled, I pedaled 50 hours this year, and now you lose weight, the healthcare gets better, and you add it to the
I like that. Source. And then, we could do is actually mandate that you have to do it a certain amount of hours a year.
Yes.
And then you have to, like, and that way it's like, then it becomes your full-time job.
And then if you don't, then your children have to for all of their life.
Right.
They have to work at a certain place where they just go.
And we call it.
Wasn't there a
North Korea?
What's it? Black Mirror. I was gonna call it the Black Rabbit.
Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, and they're like pedaling.
I think so.
Yeah, and they help earn money to get on, and they can spend it on this game show if they want to get on it or not.
Yeah. I think it's like also there's a Rick and Morty episode about that.
That's too. The box, the whatever.
Yeah, the box, the step up box, the stair stepper.
So maybe that's where we are going. Shit, I thought I was being all benevolent, like, yeah, and it'll help people lose weight. And you're like, and then you have to do it.
You can do it. And you get a tax write-off. And then you must.
And then by the next generation, you will do it.
No, it'll just be highly encouraged.
Yeah.
And by highly encouraged, I mean, if you don't do it, we will shoot you. We'll shoot you in the head.
Well, it depends. If you live in New York or California, then yes, they will. But if you live in Texas, over here, we don't paddle. We still have oil. We ain't got no paddlers here.
There's another. Let's move on to politics. Let's see. I did want to talk about. Speaking of the theme today is billionaires.
Okay.
And the Koch brothers, my favorite billionaire crew. Mm-hmm. I like the Koch brothers more than Elon. Way more than Elon.
And that sounds like a cool name, though. What are we? We're the Koch.
The Koch brothers.
Yeah. What do y'all sell?
Among other things, probably. You know what they sell? They sell democracy.
Yeah, there you go.
They sell they sell diplomacy.
Yeah.
They sell. I mean, it's yeah. No, I mean the Koch. They're like an energy. They're oil billionaires. They have an energy conglomerate, and they have just backed Republican candidate Nikki Haley. They chose Nikki Haley. What do you think? I mean, it's crazy that the Koch brothers chose Nikki Haley over Donald Trump. The endorsement marks.
I don't know who she is.
Oh, she's one of the Republican candidates.
Is she the one
for the
that,
president?
What's his name? What after?
Who went after? Vivek went after?
Yeah.
Probably. I think Vivek and Nikki had a spat.
Yeah,
on the last debate.
Is she the one? Also, the one that's just like whatever Israel needs, we just need to give it to them, not ask any questions, just give them everything that they need.
Probably.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the whole Democrats and Republicans, they're all bought. They've all been bought by the Israeli lobbying group. Mm. Like almost every single politician has taken a donation from basically the Israeli military.
Something about her smile just makes me feel like, I don't know.
Can you cut? Let's see. You don't think that smile? That's not a presidential smile, Josh? You're a misogynist.
It's the Grinch.
You're being a misogynist. I like her.
Look up the Grinch. Look, watch here. I'll do this. Put them side by side.
You're a mean one, Nikki Haley.
Okay, so you got that one. There's the it's the
curve of her mouth.
Yeah, that makes it look like it's gonna be. It's like this one.
I actually kind of see it. How Nikki Haley stole Christmas. How about this? How Haley stole the election.
I don't think you're gonna.
You're a mean one, Mrs. Haley. You give all our money to Israel. You don't care about the poor. You don't care about the homeless, Nikki Haley.
There you go. Actually, she has the smile of once she got the heart.
Oh, at the end when the Grinch is happy.
Yeah,
that's cute. Let's. I actually kind of see the resemblance a little bit.
Yeah,
to the Grinch. Let's see. So the political network, largely financed by billionaire Charles Koch, endorsed. So she was a former U.S. ambassador to the UN. I didn't know that. The Haley endorsement by the Koch-backed super PAC, Americans for Prosperity Action, marks the end of a year-long search for a viable Republican alternative to challenge Trump. It is crazy that the Koch brothers backed a woman.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like the Koch brothers are probably like not into bitches.
They know, the Koch brothers know that the Democrats are probably going to put a woman to run for president.
Right. And so they want to back
with another woman.
Well, also, the Koch brothers are smart guys. Don't they know that Trump's going to win?
No. They will. There's no way.
They got to know.
There's no way the deep state will ever let Trump win.
You think they won't? But he's going to... But, I mean, like, well, obviously, they probably know Trump's going to win, but why would they back... It's a waste of money. Why would they back Nikki Haley then?
I don't think it...
If she has no shot. This bitch has no shot. Let's be frank here.
Yeah.
Nikki Haley's not going to be the fucking president. Quote me on that. Timestamp that shit. It's not going to happen, right?
Maybe they're doing a little bit of... It's like tax harvesting, where they're just donating at the end of the year. Just to
right.
Get that
It's like a... Yeah, I mean, America is just one giant write-off.
Yeah.
Everything in like this whole podcast studio is a write-off. I was gonna have to pay when my grandpa died. This was all gonna be like, oh, I could either pay taxes or start a podcast.
Oh, this
whole podcast is a write-off. This show is a write-off.
Yeah. I'm not even here. I'm a write-off.
Josh is a write-off. That'd be a funny horror movie.
Yeah.
You're just like walking around and like you slowly realize it's like what's that one with the TV? The show where he's like realizes he's in a TV show.
Truman Show.
It's like the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Except it's like the accountant.
There's a lot of memes coming out of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, have you ever seen that where it's just like she's like talking to him and then she's like, you should have some, and it's like Ovaltine or something. She's like, nice chocolatey goodness. Da, da, da. And he's like, who are you talking to? Right? And it's like, and the thing was, it's like World War III, everything's happening. And he goes, Instagram influencers, and it's like, you should get your hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then it cuts to people. Who the fuck are you talking to?
That's funny. It's
so I don't know. I'm gonna go with Bill Gates on this. He's been pretty on the spot since 2019 on his predictions, and he predicted that there will not be an election and there will be civil unrest. And you can look it up on Snopes, and it'll say not true, and then you read under it, and it says like, yes, he did say that.
I think
but
we
that's
looked
not,
at that.
Yeah, but that's not how he meant it.
Right.
It's
right.
like, wait, hold on, what? Yes, he said that exact thing, but you didn't hear the way he said it, so you don't even know.
It's pretty insane, man.
And you know what? I think there's a good chance of that, and there's a good chance of a great reset happening next year. I think those two things are actually, I'd give it like 50-50.
Like a big a reset, like a recession.
An economic reset. Not only an economic reset, a whole system reset, meaning we're clearing the debt, and there's going to be a whole new payment system And
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
CBDCs.
Yeah, but not only that, it's like you look into your account and it's like, I don't have $100 anymore. Now I have 500 United States coins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, and people will feel great because it's like, oh, I have more, but that 500 buys you less than that $100 would have bought you.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, it's actually we should cover that. Janet Yellen, no, Elizabeth Warren wants a central bank digital currency.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be Ripple, they're saying.
Yeah. So it's like, and
there's
like
a private ledger already.
And what's so funny is, you know, a year ago on the old show that we used to do, you would talk about CBDCs.
Yeah.
And everyone, you know, or including me, I'm like, Josh, shut the fuck up. Like, no, it's like, seriously, you mentioned CBDCs. I'm like, this is not funny. This is dumb.
Yeah.
And now
it's everywhere.
We're going to be slaves.
Yeah.
People still don't like you say CBDC and people are like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to do fentanyl. People are like, I'm like, you know, I'm like screaming into the ether. I'm screaming into the void. Like, you're going to be controlled by a new digital currency distributed by a central bank. And people watch it and they're just like, I'm on opiates right now. My left leg, I can't feel my left leg.
But you'll be able
I have no circulation in my left leg.
But you'll be able to buy more opiates if you know, do certain things. Like it's going to be like, you know how in games, it's like, well, do this side venture and you'll get extra bonus points.
Yeah.
So it's going to be that way, I think, with certain governments.
Yeah.
Meaning state, local governments where they get an allotted sum and they're like, hey, if you do this in your home or if you do that, which I think a lot of the incentives are going to be ways to erode freedoms that we don't even see because they're paying us to do it. And once enough people do it, then it's like, now everybody has to do it. Right. Everybody, if you turn off your power between this time and this time, we're going to give you extra CBDC. Awesome. Once enough people do that, hey, everybody, at this time, we're turning all this off. You have to.
Yeah.
You
well,
know?
I mean, one thing is for sure. If you smoke Delta 8, you're a pussy. You're just a fucking pussy. It's true. Can I say that? Yeah. Can I say something crazy, Josh?
Yeah.
Anyone that offers me Delta 8 to smoke, I'm like, put a gun to your head. And
you're a pussy.
You're a pussy. Let's try again. If you smoke Delta, look at me right now, everybody. If you smoke Delta 8, sorry, let me try again. One more time. Everybody, one thing's for sure. If you smoke Delta 8, you're a
pussy. Wrong way.
Bitch. Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
One thing about me, that's racist, right?
I don't think so.
That's stealing from black women.
Oh, but the clapping
when
part?
they go one thing about me, that is I will never do that again. And I'm sorry I even did it ironically.
Yeah. I did not know that. I mean, I knew that.
One thing about me, Josh? No. I love saying one thing about me. It's like my favorite way to get people's attention.
I hate it. Everybody says it on stage. Well, one thing about me and something about me. And let me tell you about me. It's just like, don't start off with let me tell you about me. There's the two things.
Oh, unless you have to clap. You have to lean into it. You got to be mad.
That's the two things that people do on stage that I hate. Let me tell you about me. And the other thing was just like, anyway, so my dream, because I'm living my dream and I'm doing my dream right now. And I'm like,
it's cringe. There's a way in stand-up. There's a way. And by the way, I'm sorry, we're breaking a rule right now. We're not allowed to talk about stand-up.
Oh, shit.
But we will forgo that rule, much like the government breaks the rules all the time if it's convenient for them.
Yeah.
No, it's very hard to be meta. It's very hard to break the fourth wall and be funny and original and refer to the art form when you're doing the art form.
Not if you're autistic.
I think it's especially tough if you're autistic.
No.
Well, a lot of guys do it and they do it bad. They do it badly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
It's like
there's things that could be done so bad that it becomes good again.
Well, it's hard to do it good on purpose.
It's called cringe.
Yeah. I mean, this show is so cringe we've become based.
You know, what's crazy is what my generation called corny is what this generation calls cringe now. My daughter's generation, because we're watching Blue Beetle. I didn't want to watch it. Right?
The Latino Marvel movie?
Yes, I did not want to watch it.
You can do anything. You can do anything.
I was so happy I watched it. I was so glad because it was one of those movies just like, I hate this, but I love it.
Was it good? Was it a good movie?
No, but I loved it because I could watch it with my kids and we laughed a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And the turns out the beetle crawls in order for that to happen, the beetle has to crawl up his ass.
Oh,
So, yeah.
that was like, wait, isn't it like a PG movie?
I think it's PG-13. Yeah.
The beetle crawls up his asshole?
Goes in his asshole, and then basically all his skin. There's no more of him. It's just nanobot, so it like burns his skin off, is what it does. But anyway, yeah. The whole point though,
And people wonder why Disney's failing. Even little bugs crawl up people's assholes.
There's so many cheesy lines. It felt like everybody, like the ending was dragged on just so everybody, the grandma, the mom, the sister, everybody can have that one cheesy line of like, go get him. You know, everybody had that one line. And I said, man, that's so cheesy. And my daughter goes, no, Dad, that's cringe. And I was just like, and it like snapped. I was like, oh shit, that's what you mean. I was like, because cringe to me is totally different. That's not cringe, that's cheesy.
Yeah.
But that means cringe now to the new generation.
Right. That's what it means to me. Cheesy, cringe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There's a distinction there. Cheesy is like, I don't know. A cheesy movie would be like Home Alone is cheesy, but it's not cringe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cheesy to me is like when the person is, how can I put it? I guess if the person is aware that they're doing this, then it's cheesy to me because you know what you're doing. But when you don't know what you're doing and it's just coming off as cheesy, then I can be cringe.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it.
Well, you know who's cringe?
What?
Nikki Haley is cringe. This bitch is cringe.
No, that bitch cheesy.
That yo, that's it. Yo, real talk. That bitch cheat. Yo, you corny. Yo, you corny, bitch.
Corny, not corny.
Let's watch a little bit of Nikki.
Republican presidential candidate.
I wish this shit would connect. Technical difficulties.
Well, aren't you connected to your phone or something?
Oh, can it not connect to both at the same time?
I don't think so.
Let's find out. Let's get this connected. Sorry, everyone. Technical
Yeah, only one can be connected.
difficulties. Can you play the Wikipedia or the fucking Jeopardy? We need like a Jeopardy theme for when we're doing. Da na na, do 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 da ba ba da da ba. George Soros and Bill Gates own all of the farmland now.
Senator Nikki Haley.
Oh, we did it. We did it.
I had one of my stocks go up 27% today.
That's a bad. If it's going up 27% in a day, Josh, that's a bad
amazing.
investment.
That's a great investment.
Hey, by the way, Palantir, our favorite company, is at what? It's about flat since last week.
I got one company that's up 890% this year. That's still not selling.
Are you up on it?
Yeah, I'm up.
Oh,
I am up 176%.
wow. So you made $4? No, I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah,
joking. I'm joking.
basically.
No, Josh is a rich man. Let's look at let's learn a little bit more about Nikki Haley, our friend Nikki Haley.
Former ambassador to the UN, and as I said, former governor of South Carolina. You were here not too long ago on set. So each
Can
point
you hear
in
it?
time
Yeah, I can hear it.
gets
Can you turn it
more
up a little bit?
interesting to have you on, and we appreciate you being on set to talk about all these things.
Oh, it's always fun
great.
to hang out with you
Nice to
guys.
see you.
And so, you know, we have a job to do. We're keeping our head down. We're staying disciplined, but the momentum is real. And
Okay,
we
maybe.
love the fact that, yes, what I'm saying is connecting with people, but I think it's because people want to see America get back on track. They want to see America strong and proud again. And it's going to take a lot of work. This isn't going to be an easy 8 years. This is going to be a lot of changes, a lot of shifts, a lot of righting the ship, but I think it can be done. And I think the American people see that it can be done.
8 years.
She's like, you know, look, America, we can get back on track. We can make our country proud and strong again. I just secured a donation from the Koch brothers, and I only had to suck their cocks for 20 seconds,
Jesus.
20 minutes each. They beat the shit out of me, and I had to. I don't even know who I am anymore. Yeah, she's talking like the CNBC team. She's like, look, I mean, what are the other guys' names? Like Joe. Look, I mean, Joe.
I think one's called Squawk in the other box.
Squawk. You know, look.
Squawk.
I love the Squawk box. I love talking. I love being on set, and like this is so fun to hang out with you guys. I just got a donation from the Koch brothers, and I'm very excited to deploy their resources towards our ultimate mission. And I have a lot of respect for what the Koch brothers have built. They drugged and raped me. And I think that is it worth it? I look at myself. It's so funny, Jim. This is Nikki on Quack Box. She goes, Jim, it's so funny. I look myself in the mirror today. I don't even know what I saw. I don't even know who I am anymore. Jim, I love CNBC. I don't even know what a Republican is. I'm a Republican. I don't even know what that means anymore. My dad won't talk to me. I told him what the Koch brothers did to me, and my father won't talk to me. My father called me a whore after the Koch brothers gang raped me.
Jesus, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That's how Nikki got the investment.
Oh, okay.
That's how Nikki got the investment. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't be that crazy until we move to your studio. We really might get evicted for that one. I'm just saying.
They're hearing you. Yeah. I love it.
I mean, that might have been a little bit too far.
Yeah.
But thank God they're probably not here.
No, I don't think anybody's in the building anymore.
Guys, by the way, if you're still listening at this point, you're retarded. But anyway, I love you also. And we're moving to Josh's new studio. I don't want to reveal it. Exciting new things happening with the studio very soon. Let's keep listening to Nikki.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Not gonna be. Let's heard that. Not gonna be. So I told my wife I wouldn't do this, but she has an addendum to your Margaret Thatcher quote. If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman, or ask a woman to tell the man to do something. In my case, is that, can we add that addendum, or that still gives a man too much?
The interesting thing, when I was younger, you'll
Wait.
That would have been funny. She's just like, that made no sense. That's stupid. Your wife's stupid.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. I don't know. She's like, I'll be honest, I don't even know who Margaret Thatcher is. Hey, she was like, Margaret Thatcher's a dead cunt. It's Nikki Haley time now. No, that was actually so much of media is just so much of media and political media is just filling the air with dog shit. Absolute 100% grade A smelly fucking dog shit. Look at this fucking guy talking to Nikki Haley like this means anything. This is a 7-minute video about Nikki Haley's presidency, and this guy thinks that this is a quality use of time. Let's listen again.
Changes, a lot of shifts, a lot of righting the ship, but I think it can be done, and I think the American people see that it can be done.
8 years.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Not gonna be. Let's heard that. Not gonna be. So I told my wife I wouldn't do this, but she has an addendum to your Margaret Thatcher quote. If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman.
Also, I disagree with that. If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. That's called misandry. Have you heard of misandry?
Never.
It's an incel term for discriminatory against males.
Malibu. We getting a call from Malibu.
Really?
Yeah.
Pick it up if you want.
Hello? Sure. 7 minutes, okay? Awesome. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Comedy business live.
I thought it was gonna be something else. My bad.
That's fine. Anyway,
I was all excited. I was like, "Ooh, what did no."
Who'd you think it was gonna be? Malibu number. Your secret wife?
I thought it was gonna be Daniel Tosh. She's gonna come tell me produce my podcast and go on the road with me.
Daniel Tosh.
Daniel Tosh.
Daniel washed up. More like
Nah,
just kidding.
That dude's
Just kidding, Daniel.
that,
I never really got into his stuff though.
really, man.
I was too young. I think he was MTV's darling, wasn't he?
I don't think so.
Or not MTV.
It's Comedy Central.
Comedy Central. Tosh.0.
Tosh.
Everyone loves Tosh.0.
Yeah,
right?
now he has his own podcast.
Isn't Tosh.0 is just reacting to memes, isn't it?
Tosh.0 was Web Junk, which was Patrice O'Neill.
Oh.
And then he stopped doing it, and then Tosh.0 came out a little while later.
What was Web Junk? They just
It
react.
was the same thing that Tosh.0 was.
But was it reacting to meme videos and
Yeah,
stuff?
reacting to YouTube videos and doing the same. Literally Tosh.0. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's got to be the lowest form of derivative bullshit. Reacting to. Can you cut to the TV?
Yeah.
It's the most. This is the most derivative. Reacting to videos, especially memes and like other types of content, is a derivative, retarded art form.
But what if it's Squawk Box?
If it's Squawk Box, it's quality.
Yeah.
See, but we're cutting to something deeper here with politics. When you react to like a kid getting his head hit on like with a basketball, what's the point?
Laughs.
It has to be bigger than that. It has to be bigger than that. Is it about CTE? It only makes sense if they do a CTE thing at the end, where they go, that little boy got CTE when he got older.
I think we're getting back, and I know you don't like talking about stand-up in it, but I think we're getting back to the point of just
funny is funny.
Funny. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about your point because there's so many things happening right now that it's overwhelming. So just make me laugh, you stupid fuck.
That's what I'm trying. I mean, and that's the whole point of the show. Guys, is the Federal Reserve a collection of 12 private banks or however many it is that
they're going to cut all the banks out?
They are?
They're going to cut all the banks out and you're going to be able to lend. They're going to be able to lend directly to the citizen. And therefore, if the citizen, like certain interest rates will apply to you if you live in certain areas.
Or your race.
Or your, could be.
Wink, wink. In a bad way.
You know what I mean? Or you have the right type of job or you have
the right things on social media.
Yeah.
Thank God my social media is squeaky clean.
Oh, yeah.
Or ask a woman to tell the man to do something in my case. Is that, can we add that addendum or that still gives the man too much?
You know, the interesting thing, when I was younger, you'll appreciate this, when I was younger, I never saw women leaders. I just didn't see them in my town. And
totally
so I would go,
shit.
I remember in elementary school, I'd go to the library and I'd look for books on female leaders, and the only books they had were of the first ladies to presidents. And I would read them, and what I took away was how much of a partner they were to every president, how much they really pushed them to do that.
You're gonna flip that.
Hey, you know, in the words of the great Bill Burr, we didn't elect you, bitch. You don't get to do shit. We didn't elect you.
Did you hear him?
What did he say?
Just like, so you're going to flip the script.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is crazy. Also, I mean, like, who actually watches Squawk Box CNBC? This is just like junk.
I watch it.
You do?
I watch it.
Are you joking? Or
no, I'm being totally serious.
You saw this video already?
No, I haven't seen this video, but because a lot of the politicians come on here and they don't talk politics, they talk finance. So
that's why it's interesting.
Yeah, because you know exactly. Now it's like, oh, you didn't talk about whatever situation. You're just talking about money, so it lets me know what type of person you are.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's the same thing as listening to like CEOs on earnings calls.
Yeah.
CEOs on earnings calls are speaking
Different.
very candidly.
Yeah.
They're going, look, you know, like that Raytheon earnings call we listened to on the last episode, which you guys should all go back and listen to, is they called the Israel-Palestine conflict an opportunity.
Yeah.
And they talk about it in this very cold, this very emotionless, breathless voice about how the war in which thousands of people on both sides, innocent people on both sides, have been murdered. You know, let's not forget about the Israeli citizens that were murdered, of course. You know, is an opportunity. And when will Raytheon generate revenue? And when will that opportunity be seen on the top line for the overall corporation? When will those Tomahawk missiles delivered to Israel start to convert into revenue? Fucking psychos.
That's a good question.
Sick psychos. And you know, it's a question that has yet to been answered, which is why I have yet to deploy more capital into Raytheon. Let's keep watching Nikki Haley.
Was how much of a partner they were to every president, how much they really pushed them to do that.
You're going to flip that script because it's going to be
Flip that script.
The first husband is going to help you out.
I think it's time. I think America's ready. I think that the world is on fire. I think that there are a lot of things domestically we have to do, and I think there's a lot of things around the world. I mean, you've got a war in Europe, you've got a war in the Middle East, you've got China on the march. We've got to get this right.
China on the march.
I did,
Right.
yes.
So he's gone. So, but Ambassador, you add Tim Scott's numbers in, add a couple other people's numbers in. The math still isn't anywhere near where it needs to be. And we're all wondering what seismic shift would need to happen for this to become a reality.
I mean, look, y'all said this to me a few months ago. You're like, how are you going to break from the pack? We break from the pack. How are you going to do in the debates? We do well in the debates. How are you going to catch up? And we're now second place in Iowa, second place in New Hampshire, second place in South Carolina. We've got one more fellow we got to catch up to, and we'll do that. But the way that happens is as you see this field getting smaller, the 60-day window, historically, look, the 60 days before Iowa.
Every single politician in history that is a politician of no consequence, every CEO of no consequence that will die with no legacy says this. They all love saying this. They go, I mean, look, they love that's their favorite thing to say. Josh, ask me a question. Any question at all.
How old was that girl?
I mean, look, she was a varying age. Her age varied. It's true. It's a great way to dodge. You can answer any question in history and get away with anything you want as long as you start your answer with, I mean, look. I mean, look are the three magic words. Ask me if I cheated on my girlfriend.
Did you cheat on your girlfriend?
I mean, look, no. No, it was actually a bad one because baby, I love you. I'd never do that.
Yeah.
No, and I don't cheat.
Unless it's Nikki Haley.
I mean, look, my hall pass. Nikki Haley's my
I mean, look.
If Nikki Haley was naked in front of me, I'd call the cops because she's ugly. No, that was fucked up. Wow, the mic
Got mad at you.
The mic is like crack. When the mic crackles, it's like, all right, bro, like shut the fuck up. Like you're being retarded.
Shift.
You see Speaker Johnson?
What do you think? Like of all the shows we've done so far, do you think someone's gonna clip this up someday and ruin me?
I mean, only if you're fortunate, if you're lucky.
If I'm lucky enough.
All the best people get canceled, and then their careers go like, you know what I mean?
So I shouldn't be. I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
This is podcast. I haven't said the N-word, and I never will. Okay. Did I say FAG? I think I said FAG once. I should just
You never said what? You never said the what word?
I never said that word.
Hey, dude.
Okay. Let's see. More on Nikki Haley.
Did you see Speaker Johnson on yesterday? This is what he said to us yesterday. I don't know if anyone asked him before, but this is what he said.
I have endorsed him wholeheartedly. Look, I was one of the closest allies that President Trump...
Dude, point proven. Listen very closely to what he said. Everyone says this. This guy goes, I mean, look as well. Look.
What he said.
I have endorsed him wholeheartedly. Look, I was...
look.
Yeah.
Every leader, they go, look. You know why? The word look is a command. And it commands that you pay attention. I mean, look. Doesn't even matter what I say after that. I can go, I mean, look. Auschwitz was actually a good place.
Jesus.
I mean, look. Whenever a politician says something like this, when they go, I mean, look, we continue to look at the situation. When they say that, they will literally hit you with their car and keep driving and not get prosecuted. When a politician says something like, when you zoom out and you look at all the facts, we're still evaluating and kind of it's an ongoing process. They're talking about the fact that they murdered their child. They will talk about their own murdered child in the most disgusting, breathless way. And it's admirable. It's admirable. It's interesting and respectable and a requirement for a president.
I mean, the reverse is like the most truthful thing when they like, look, watch, ask me a question.
Where do you think interest rates are going to be in a year?
I mean, don't look. The exact opposite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Don't look.
I mean, look away. Because they're going to go up. They're going up a lot. Look away.
Holy shit, he told the truth. I mean, just don't look.
I mean, look away because this is going to get bad.
I think interest is going to go down. I think we're going to have what they keep calling a melt up.
Right, which I'm excited for.
I know,
as a
right?
member of the elite
American
class.
People do, and I think when it comes down to it, the one thing that Republicans care about, they don't want to see a president.
Pussy. The one thing Republicans care about is getting pussy. And I can deliver on that.
I got all of it.
Close in. And in a time where we need to start getting our act together, do we really want to go that route? I don't think we do. I don't think the American people do. And I think when it comes down to it, the one thing that Republicans care about, they don't want to see a President Kamala Harris. And, you know, everybody was showing the polls of how, you know, Trump beats Biden in the
shit.
swing states
What did I
last
tell
week.
you? Why did the Koch brothers get her? She already fucking knows. She's not they're not running against Biden. It's running against Kamala. They need a woman. That's what the Koch brothers are thinking. And she fucking just said it out loud. Nobody thinks Biden's going to run.
But so they want an alternative. So the Koch brothers, you think, which I'm not saying I disagree with, that the Koch brothers believe they can upset Trump. They can.
No, I'm saying Trump will not be on the ballot. That's what I'm saying.
For 2024?
Will not be on the ballot.
You think they're going to kill him?
No, I think that,
Or is he going to go to jail?
I think the Republican Party is going to be like, you can't do this. So
Like the shadow leaders?
yeah,
like
just the way
the rich.
just the way RFK couldn't be run as a Democrat. Trump's not gonna be able to run as a Republican.
Oh, like the GOP party literally won't let it
him.
happen.
So they're not gonna let him.
But Trump could run as an independent and win.
That'd be crazy. Two independents that are completely different. RFK, Trump, and then the two women. And then nobody pays attention to the women. And it's just an independent debate.
It's going to be RFK and Trump on Joe Rogan.
Oh, shit.
That's going to be the way our election is decided.
No, it's not going to be Joe Rogan. It's going to be Tucker Carlson.
On Twitter?
Tucker Carlson on Twitter, and it's going to be... That's so crazy. So literally, you're going to have the old guard being like, no, this is the presidential race over here.
Yeah.
Look over here with Nikki Haley and Kamala. This is the... And the rest of Americans be like, nah, we're going to choose between them two.
Yeah.
We're going to choose between RFK and Trump.
That's the real
election.
The choice can't...
That's the death of the what is it called?
Two-party system?
Two-party system, where they can't even give us one candidate
on either side.
Either side. They were both like, get the fuck out of here.
You want to know why? Because they're both going to be women.
That's the spin.
Hey, ladies.
That's the spin. That's the spin right there. If you don't, and then it's going to be like, well, there's a majority women in America, so why isn't the majority watching the debates for them?
Dude, it's like the new Marvel. The new Marvel was directed by a woman, and they're like, we boxed office 48 million because no one gives a shit about women in media. And it's like, no, it was a bad movie.
Yeah.
It was a bad movie. And same with like these female politicians. It's like,
so now they're going to, damn, that's fucking nuts, dude.
So, well, the reality of it is Trump and RFK are going, if they do both end up running independently, like if the GOP literally push, like they're like, we will not let you be the Republican candidate.
They're not going to let them.
Well, also it's because Trump wasn't even at the debates. So they could throw the imaginary rule book at him and say, well, you didn't do the debates, you can't run as a Republican. This is really what it really is it's a failure for the parties to evolve to meet the needs of the people.
No, they evolved. They evolved the wrong way.
They devolved.
There you go.
You know, which is like what you're saying. It's like, well, if the voice of the people is represented by RFK and or Trump, and those people are those two guys are rejected by the institutional parties, Trump and RFK represent where those parties quote unquote should be, but they're not because of money. That's my take. Because if there wasn't money that was poisoning the electoral process, you know, and giving us like an illusion of choice, because the wealthy in America want America to choose between, you know, Nikki Haley and Vivek. That's what they want, or Nikki Haley and Kamala.
I think they're really rich people.
Oh, they don't give a fuck.
Exactly, because there's like, I just go to another country. I don't care who wins your elections. I'll go to whatever country I fucking want.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So this is...
But there are some wealth that are invested in politics.
But I think those are the ones that it's like, I can buy this politician for $2 million. And it's like
They get an ego boost out of it or something.
well, no, not necessarily. I'm just saying, like, the people that are fucking up the country are the ones that have just enough money that they can buy politicians. The ones that can buy countries don't give a shit. Because like, I can not only can I buy a politician, I could buy your whole country, but I don't give a fuck enough to buy your country because I own islands.
Right.
I'm a global citizen. I don't give a shit about any of this.
I mean, that is the real American dream is to be a global. The real American dream is to become so rich that you have the option to leave America and abandon it. That's the real American dream.
You know, in El Salvador, you can buy right off the coast. You can buy a big old mansion for 100 Bitcoin.
100 Bitcoin's a lot of money.
3.5 million. But think about it in 2016, if somebody told you that for 100 Bitcoin, and if it keeps going that way.
That's like a flat rate.
No, I'm just saying, like, where it sounds 100 Bitcoin sounds like a lot. 100 Bitcoin back in 2016 doesn't sound like a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in 10 years, when they're like, you can buy this mansion off the side for 1 Bitcoin. If you're like, oh, that's a lot. And it's just like, yeah, but it wasn't. It used to be 100.
Yeah. Fuck, I got to buy some Bitcoin, dude. I don't have any cash. Also, sorry I haven't put out a Patreon episode.
Damn.
I'm really fucking over my one big, your boy A-Rocks, I'm so sorry. My one Patreon, he's like giving me money every month. And I literally have delivered no content to him.
Oh, yeah, you need to.
But that will change very soon. I'm going to upgrade this shit. I just want to hear a little bit more Nikki Haley, and we'll close it up here shortly.
Interesting way to put it. Let me ask you this. If, in fact, he becomes the nominee and he calls you up and says, I want you to be my vice president, would you do that?
I don't play for second. I've never played for second. I'm not going to start now.
But would you accept?
I didn't suck Michael Koch's cock to be the vice president. I didn't go to the Koch mansion. He goes, who's this guy? What's his name?
I forgot his name.
I mean, I think that's important that we support
Let me
the
ask you
Republican
this.
nominee because I think anybody is better than Kamala Harris at this point.
Wow. Shots fired.
It's an interesting way to put it. Let me ask you this. If, in fact, he becomes the nominee.
Are they talking about Trump?
Beats Biden in the swing states by 3 or 4 points. I was in that exact
Let's
same
see
what happened, but I think what we have to look at is, you know, I think a lot of his policies were good. We all benefited from that. I do think he was the right president at the right time. I don't think he's the right president going forward. Why? Think about it. Chaos follows him. Everywhere he goes, chaos follows him. And in a time where we need to start getting our act together, do we really want to go that route? I don't think.
She's talking about like Timothy Chalamet or Chalamet, whatever his name is. Chaos follows him everywhere. And she's talking about like Lil Nas X.
State governors. Okay, 9 were governors immediately before election as president. Oh, okay. Now I was seeing if there's ever been any governors that became president, and it says 17. Most are senators.
That seems to be it seems to be you do Ivy League bachelors. Then you do your law. You do Ivy League law school. Then you do 5 years in high finance, or you do big law, or you do Wall Street for 5 to 10 years, and then you become wealthy through your ventures in finance or tech or whatever. Then you become then you become senator. Then you become president.
But isn't a lot of the senators don't ever want to run for president because you can remain senator forever.
Right, you have a 6-year term.
Yeah,
and
you don't have to run so far. And
also, running for president is all exhausting.
Yeah,
I mean, how much Adderall is Nikki Haley on? What do you think? Look at those eyes. Can you cut to her? Can we zoom in? Nope. Look at these eyes.
She's ready to go.
Doesn't it look like she's about to like discipline her child?
No, and the only reason I say that is because the eyes don't scare me, and I think it's just because the eyebrows are on point. She has great eyebrows.
She looks great.
Fucking amazing.
She looks
eyebrows.
Energetic. She's got a Matt Rife jaw.
She does. You know what? She probably does the jaws or size thing. You know what I'm talking about? We put it in. She probably does that.
Oh, are you referring to when she was forced to give oral to Michael Koch.
No,
the Koch
I'm
brothers.
talking about a thing that you put in your mouth and it works out your jaw, not sucking cock. That's not at all what I was saying.
What's your apprehension to the jokes about her being assaulted by Michael Koch? Are you in the pocket of the Koch brothers, Josh?
No, not at all.
I just overdid the joke. But it's like,
Yeah.
how does anyone get $1 billion from the Koch brothers? You put out.
I think it works differently with the Republicans. They're sexually repressed.
Well, that's why works differently, as in it's horrific things beyond our imagination.
No, I think it was just not. It wouldn't be. Yeah, exactly. But
Or nothing.
It just
Or you just get the money.
just be like super weird things,
Yeah.
specific weird things that make you feel uncomfortable.
Right, like almost like benign, like things that would otherwise be benign.
Yeah.
Or the Koch brothers aren't even like, oh, we'll give you a donation, but like, you don't have to even fuck us, but
yeah.
like, we want you to like
We're gonna go to sleep, and then I want you to warm us some milk, and then you're gonna massage my brother's feet, and then read us a story, like that type of stuff. It's like what?
and the story, it's like a R.L. Stein.
Yeah,
It's like what are those book
it's
series?
1984, but read in a good way.
Yeah. That's Mein Kampf.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the Koch brothers. Like, all right, Nikki, we will donate to you, but we want to get you to do a voiceover of the full book, Mein Kampf.
no, it's
And if you ever cross us,
Yeah.
maybe it ends up in TMC. Maybe we
It's,
end up sending.
I just want you to do 10 episodes of ASMR just for an hour. You like petting a cat and whispering.
They go
things.
They go, Nikki, we'll give you all the money you want via our super PAC for your presidential campaign. You want to be president? That's fine. But have you heard of Sean Riley? We need you to go on his show. It's called Sean's Show. It's a very good show. We listen to it we love Sean's show.
Did that lady win from the Thales experiment? Remember you had her on?
Oh no, she lost.
She lost.
The politician.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was
that
she
was
running
a
for?
crazy episode. State senator of Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Or no, I think it was not state senator. It was the senator, the real one, not the
Jesus.
fake bullshit state senators thing. She lost though. Well, she's running Democrat. She's running Democrat for Oklahoma. I'm like, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
As a slumlord in Oklahoma, Democrats are not going to win there. I'm glad she lost, because as a landlord, she would have destroyed my ability to charge rent.
Yeah.
She's a communist. I said I'm an apartment. I own a bunch of apartment complexes in Oklahoma City. Are you going to make it impossible for me to evict guys when they're on fentanyl? I asked her that, and she was like, well, it's important to think about drug addicts too. And I said, no, it's not. I said, drug addicts make their choices. And we saw that with the Purdue documentary that we reviewed.
Yeah.
Drug addicts make their choices. I made my choices. You chose to do fentanyl. I chose to buy an apartment complex in the projects, okay, and profit off of you. Choose differently. I chose to be born into a family where people are like, oh, people have this victim mentality these days. People have a victim mentality. No, it's true, and I'm not even bullshitting you. People wake up and they go, woe is me, my life's so hard, I got molested, etc. We all have problems, blah, 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 blah. It's a victim mentality. And I just want to look at everyone and be like, hey, Kajani, you're 8 years old. The coal mines await.
Jesus.
The cobalt mines await you. It's time. You're 8 years old.
The cobalt mines are in Africa.
Hey, Kajani, have you ever thought maybe I wouldn't be mining lithium if I was born in another country?
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, maybe you should have thought about being born in the Silicon Valley. Is it that hard? Okay. Well, all right. Nikki Haley.
I think we do.
A little bit more. We'll close it up.
And
I know
think when it comes down
we're going
to it,
long. Sorry.
The one thing that Republicans care about, they don't want to see a President Kamala Harris.
Because of her race.
And, everybody was showing the polls of how, Trump beats Biden in the swing states by 3 or 4 points. I was in that exact same poll. I beat Biden by 10 to 13 points. So this isn't about the presidency. This is how do we win the governorships up and down? How do we win the House races, the Senate races, and really shift the...
Hey, it's not a team sport, bitch. If the Republican governors win, that's not your race. Sorry.
Country back to where it needs to be.
If he becomes a nominee, do you support him?
I'll support the Republican nominee. I mean, I think that's important that we support
Let me
the
ask you
Republican
this.
nominee, because I think anybody is better than Kamala Harris at this point.
interesting way to put it.
So we are talking about Trump right now.
If, in fact, he becomes the nominee and he calls you up and says, I want you to be my vice president, would you do that?
I don't play for second. I've never played for second. I'm not going to start now.
But would you take that position?
I'm not playing
Oh, wait.
Dodging the question again.
for second. I'm not going to do it. I am running
Lying.
because this country is in trouble. I'm running because we have an open border, and we just saw 240,000 people cross that border. Another dozen people on the terrorist watch list. It only takes one. I'm doing this because our kids are reading.
That should be her campaign slogan. It only takes one to blow up America. It only takes one. She said that like it was like a good thing almost. 12 more people on the terrorist watch list. We're 2 of those 12, Josh.
I know, not me. Don't put me in that shit.
Josh loves this country. Personally, I'm above sovereignty.
29% of our.
All right, I don't want to hold Josh forever here. We're going to close it out.
Doing this
Nikki,
because
I love you. I love your platform. I don't love you like that. I don't love you like that. But anyway, that's everything. Anything else, Josh? That's pretty much it.
No, not Battle of the Sketches is out. You can submit your sketch right now on Film Freeway for Battle of the Sketches, happening April 18th through the 20th at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club.
Fantastic. It's a great new club. Go check it out.
Or
guys,
at the Blind Tiger at the
Black Rabbit.
Black Rabbit.
Yeah.
Wow, I keep doing that.
Well, the Blind Tiger is dead. We're dead. That's dead to us.
Jesus.
Right? It is though, isn't it?
It's not. I still love the
The Blind Tiger is an excellent club in San Antonio that has a very soft spot in my heart. It's so soft that my heart is actually failing from all the caffeine. Guys, buy Palantir, but no, don't do that. More importantly, leave a comment. Let me know who you're voting for president. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave us a follow. Most importantly, follow on Spotify and rate us on Spotify if you want. This is all suggestions. You don't have to do anything. Just listening is enough for me, truly. Even if you hate watch the show, that means a lot to me. I'd rather you hate watch than love watch. Because a hater is strong. Because hate is stronger than love. Right? Ultimately. You look at Hamas, what they were able to do with hate is powerful. What they did to Tel Aviv and Israel.
Hate's like motivation. It's temporary.
That's a bar. But I disagree. Hate is forever. Especially when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that's why I'm here. All right. That's it. Have a great day, guys. Hasta la vista.